Hey guys, it's Ryan Martin here from Revive, coming to you today with another testimonial, this time from one of our fantastic clients, Laura TYZACK. Laura was suffering with gut issues, constipation, and other issues that were debilitating her, like bloating, stress around foods, and getting lots of pain. And it was really impacting her overall life and general well-being. In fact, it was stopping her going out in social situations. So I wanted to get Laura's story out to you so she can show you how you don't have to live in pain, how you can actually start living life on your terms. You just have to come at things from a different perspective. So here she is. Without further ado, enjoy, and I'll see you on the other side. So for people out there, you're going through some health issues before you come to us. What were your issues, and how long had you been suffering with them for?
So I think it started back in 2014, 2015, and I was just suffering with a constipation, loads of bloating and gas, and just generally not feeling myself, feeling fatigued. I was unable to exercise properly and just go about my day-to-day life. And as this went on, I just found that it had such a big strain on my mental and emotional well-being. Like, I would just constantly stress about how my stomach was feeling, and I think this caused it to get even worse, and so I suffered with a lot of pain as well. That's how it all started. So initially I went to the GP, as everybody does. Had very minimal response, not very helpful, just wanted to put me on laxatives and just, sent me away with laxatives to take them for as long as I needed to. I recognised that this wasn't the way to live my life. And so I decided to take my health into my own hands and start researching, and came across a lot of different things online. So it was a minefield to me, but slowly I got a grasp of gut health, and I started implementing some changes, but I never really felt like I was getting anywhere with it.
So, okay, no worries. So you went to the doctors. You've been suffering with this for about 5 years, 5 or 6 years, and you looked across things. You started to look into it yourself, but the things you're implementing, you didn't get much change. How did you then come across myself and Revive?
So I came across your profile on Instagram early last year. I think it was when everything with COVID started up, and I started looking into that a bit more. And I just really liked your natural approach to health, and taking the responsibility back to the individual and knowing that you can heal. You don't have to resign your life to a life of pain and discomfort and not feeling yourself.
100%. I think that's a very powerful message people need to know. And so when you, so obviously we had a little chat, you inquired, and you come on our program. So what results did you see, and how is it different to everything else that you tried?
So the biggest takeaway that I've had so far, I think, is my change in emotional and mental well-being. I never really understood the importance of this playing a factor in how my gut issues were. So, to begin with, I just put the onus on food being the problem. And I think because it's something that we feel like we can easily control and influence, whereas your mind, it's a minefield and there's so much to push through to get results. It's not the quick, easy fix which everyone is after. So I think once I kind of realised that that's probably the key to really getting my healing going, I have completely embraced that, and I've completely changed my daily routine and habits. And I can't believe the difference that it's making. So in terms of symptoms, like, I'm not constipated anymore. I get my bloating is much reduced. It's still not 100%, but I know that I'm on a healing journey and it's not going to happen overnight. But the main thing is that I've seen so much progress so far. And related to bloating, I don't really suffer from pain anymore, which is amazing, because that was really debilitating and really affected me when I'd go out for social events. And just my overall energy levels and, you know, positivity and attitude to life has completely transformed. And yeah, I just feel so much happier, and I really feel like I'm on the path to healing.
And for me, when we're speaking, you know, because we communicate, one of the things that people in our program, you know, we have that communication, so we can keep in touch. But one of the things for me was, you know, you've been able to go out and have a meal with friends and family, and it not being as stressful to you. And you remember you sending a message saying, "I can't believe I've been out and had something to eat, and it's not caused me an issue." That must have been quite a big thing.
Yeah, it's a huge thing, and I don't think it's really sunk in yet. Like I do still get the sort of stressful feelings before events, but I feel like I'm able to get myself out of that state much quicker, much easier, by either doing breath work or just sitting and meditating for a bit, and just going in with the right attitude rather than going in with the negative, like, oh, this is going to happen to me again, because it always happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this isn't going to happen. It's going to be fine. I'm going to enjoy myself.
Mm-hmm. Huge. And so I mean, our program's about 16 weeks long. I think it might have been a little bit more at the moment, but from the results you're experiencing, or the symptoms you're experiencing for 6 years compared to what we've done in just maybe around 4-month period, you know, it's been pretty I'd say, would you say it's life changing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and so that's powerful. So anyone who is suffering from gut issues, or anyone who's on the fence about working with us or joining our programs, Laura, what would you say to them?
I'd say go for it. I think there's nothing better that you can do than invest in your health. And I didn't truly understand that until I joined your program. Whereas beforehand, I was always looking for, you know, the next supplement that would cure me, or certain foods to avoid. And you just can't go on like that forever. And, you know, in the long term, I've probably wasted so much money on all of these different supplements, and yeah, that I could have just spent on the program once and I'd be a lot better off. And I'm not living a life where I'm restricting what kinds of foods I eat. I'm just choosing foods that nourish my body and feel good to me when I eat them. So all in all, it's like it's not easy to make the changes, but the changes themselves aren't difficult.
Mm-hmm.
I think you just really have to commit to the program.
Awesome. I mean, and just looking at you look very healthy. So, you know, it's worked internally but also externally. But thanks so much for coming on, Laura, and telling people about your journey, because I think it's something, constipation, gut issues, are something that's affecting a large majority of the population, and a lot of it goes because people are embarrassed, they don't like to talk about it. And people live in pain, and it's not something they have to live in pain with if they try something different. So thanks for coming on and talking about your journey. It's been an absolute pleasure working with you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So that was Laura's story. You know, as I mentioned before, she was going through severe gut issues that were really affecting her day-to-day life and her enjoyment of living and social events. And through taking our program, she was not only able to heal her physical symptoms, but also she really got to understand how much her mental and emotional health was impacted by everything else she was doing in her life, and by working on her mental and emotional health, how that impacted her gut health and her internal health. And so, you know, if you're dealing with any health issues, specifically if you're dealing with issues like Laura was with her gut, constipation, diarrhea, IBS, celiac, Crohn's, whatever it may be, or any other chronic health issue or disease, you know, I want you to know it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to live in pain. You just have to come at things from a different perspective. And if you're looking to overcome it because you haven't been able to get any relief from the conventional methods, and doctors, consultants, and quote unquote specialists, then, you know, don't hesitate to send me an email at ryan@reviveyourself.co. That's ryan@reviveyourself.co, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can, and we can have a chat about how we can help you put these issues behind you so you can start living life on your terms again. Otherwise, you know, that's it for today. Stay happy, stay healthy. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.